Burundi is a place where hunger is constant, roads are non-existent, and families fight daily for survival. As the world's poorest and unhappiest country, this is the harsh reality of its people. On BabyEagle, we'll explore the extreme challenges that keep Burundi trapped in poverty. Stay with us until the end to uncover the reasons behind this struggle. Where is Burundi? So, where exactly is Burundi located? Situated right in the heart of Africa, Burundi is a small landlocked country bordered by three other nations: Rwanda to the north, Tanzania to the east and south, and the Democratic Republic of Congo to the west. It lies in a region that is often overlooked on the global map, but it holds a unique position as one of the most fascinating and complex places on the continent. To the west of the country, you'll find Lake Tanganyika, one of the largest and deepest freshwater lakes in the world. This massive body of water serves not only as a geographic feature, but also as a resource and lifeline for the surrounding communities. Despite its stunning natural beauty and picturesque setting, Burundi is a country that faces overwhelming challenges. Poverty and hunger are constant struggles, and much of its population lives in dire conditions, with many lacking access to basic resources. Hey there, where are you from? I want to know which city you're watching our video from. Please leave a comment so we don't feel lonely. A small action like this will motivate us to make more videos. Thank you and much love to you. Lake Tanganyika, an ancient and mysterious body of water. Lake Tanganyika is not just a large body of water. It's one of the oldest and most significant lakes on Earth, dating back millions of years, stretching over 400 miles in length and shared by four countries: Burundi, Tanzania, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Zambia. It holds the title of the second largest freshwater lake in the world, by both volume and depth. Its unique ecosystem has allowed a diverse range of species to thrive, with over 2,000 plant and animal species calling it home. Lake Tanganyika is regarded as one of the most biodiverse lakes, making it a key area for scientific study. All right, if you're new to this channel, BabyEagle warmly welcomes you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell to catch our upcoming content. Among the lake's numerous inhabitants are 250 species of fish, each with remarkable survival strategies. These include mouth brooding, where fish protect their eggs and young in their mouths, and camouflage techniques to evade predators. The fish of Lake Tanganyika have evolved in fascinating ways, offering valuable insights into natural selection and survival in an isolated environment. However, beneath the calm surface of the lake lies a darker reality. Gustav, a massive Nile crocodile, is one of the most feared creatures in the area. Measuring over 20 feet in length and weighing more than a ton, Gustav has gained a reputation for his deadly ambushes. He is believed to have been responsible for numerous human deaths, striking from the depths of the lake where few dare to venture. Gustav's terrifying presence adds an element of danger to the awe-inspiring beauty of Lake Tanganyika, making it a place of both fascination and fear. A history of hardship. To truly understand the ongoing struggles that Burundi faces today, we must first look back at its history. In the 16th century, Burundi was a small but peaceful kingdom ruled by a king known as the Mwami. The economy was primarily based on agriculture and cattle herding, and the people lived in harmony, following traditional customs and leadership. Life was centered around community, with a deep respect for the land and the social order. However, everything changed with the arrival of European colonizers. In the late 19th century, Germany took control of Burundi, incorporating it into their colonial empire known as German East Africa, which also included neighboring Rwanda. However, their rule was short-lived. Following World War I, Belgium took over the administration of Burundi under a League of Nations mandate, and it was under Belgian rule that Burundi's future took a much darker turn. The Belgians continued many of the same policies initiated by the Germans, but they introduced a divisive and harmful alteration. They deepened the ethnic divisions between the Tutsi and Hutu, favoring the Tutsi minority for government positions, access to education, and economic opportunities. This preferential treatment created resentment among the Hutu majority and sowed the seeds of discord that would have lasting consequences. When Burundi gained independence in 1962, the country was already deeply divided. The Hutu majority, who had long felt marginalized, clashed violently with the Tutsi minority, and the aftermath was a period of severe political instability. This instability led to a series of violent confrontations, including coups, massacres, and civil wars, which left deep scars on the nation's fabric. The colonial policies, which had deliberately pitted one ethnic group against the other, had left a legacy of division and mistrust. This legacy of division continues to affect Burundi today, as the country still grapples with poverty, political unrest, and inequality. Burundi's colonial past has shaped its present, leaving a nation struggling to heal from generations of violence and hardship. The political instability, ongoing ethnic tensions, and the economic challenges it faces are a direct result of the colonial divisions that were imposed on the country. Despite its independence, the wounds from that era have not fully healed, and they continue to hinder Burundi's progress toward lasting peace and prosperity. The shadow of civil war. In 1993, Burundi, a country long torn by ethnic divisions and political instability, took a historic step towards a peaceful future by holding its first democratic elections. The election of a Hutu president was seen as a breakthrough, offering the promise of unity between the Hutu majority and Tutsi minority, who had been at odds for generations. For the first time, there was hope that the cycle of violence, fueled by colonial-era divisions and decades of political strife, might be broken. But this moment of optimism was fleeting and quickly turned into tragedy. Just months after the election, the newly elected president, Melchior Ndadaye, was assassinated, likely by Tutsi extremists who feared losing their dominance in the political system. His assassination unleashed chaos across the country, igniting a violent civil war that would plunge Burundi into further suffering. The killing of the president was the spark that set off an ethnic conflict that had been brewing for years. Armed militias from both the Hutu and Tutsi communities went on brutal rampages, targeting civilians, and the country quickly descended into an all-out civil war. The war that followed would last over a decade, with devastating consequences for the people of Burundi. Over 300,000 people were killed in the violence, and millions more were displaced, forced to flee their homes and live as refugees within their own country. Entire villages were destroyed, and the trauma of the war left deep scars on the national psyche. Both ethnic groups suffered immense losses, but the violence exacerbated the already fragile relations between the Hutu and Tutsi communities, deepening the divisions that had been manipulated by colonial powers in the past. Though a peace agreement was finally signed in 2005, officially ending the conflict, the aftermath of the war has been felt for years. Rebuilding Burundi was an incredibly difficult task. The country had to confront not only the physical destruction, but also the deep emotional and psychological wounds left by the violence. The process of national reconciliation has been slow, with efforts to heal the rift between the Hutu and Tutsi communities hindered by mistrust, lingering resentment, and the trauma of war. Burundi's political landscape remains unstable, and the country has struggled to establish lasting peace. Despite the official end of the civil war, ethnic tensions persist, and the impact of the conflict can still be seen in the lives of the people. Poverty, displacement, and political unrest continue to affect the country, making the road to full recovery even more challenging. The shadow of civil war hangs heavily over Burundi, a constant reminder of the fragility of peace and the long road to healing a nation scarred by years of bloodshed and division. The legacy of that dark chapter is still shaping the present, as the country navigates the difficult journey toward reconciliation, stability, and a brighter future. A nation in poverty. Burundi holds the unfortunate title of being the poorest country in the world, based on GDP per capita. For the vast majority of Burundians, survival is a daily struggle, with many living on less than $2 a day. Over 70% of the population is trapped below the poverty line, facing hardships that many in wealthier nations can hardly imagine. The country grapples with widespread malnutrition, especially among children, and the lack of basic resources makes life all the more difficult. Clean water is scarce, and healthcare is limited, with many people unable to access even the most basic medical services. Education, which is essential for a brighter future, is a luxury that many families cannot afford. The cost of school fees, uniforms, and materials often keeps children out of the classroom, perpetuating the cycle of poverty. Despite these overwhelming challenges, the people of Burundi display an extraordinary spirit of resilience. They continue to fight against all odds, working tirelessly to support their families and communities. Burundians have learned to adapt and make do with what little they have, maintaining hope for a better tomorrow. This determination, this refusal to give up in the face of adversity, is one of the most remarkable aspects of the nation's spirit. Even with limited resources, people continue to look for ways to improve their lives and build a future for the next generation, holding on to hope amidst the overwhelming struggles that define their daily existence. Environmental struggles. Burundi, while one of the world's poorest countries, is rich in natural beauty. The rolling hills, lush forests, and abundant wildlife paint a picture of a land full of potential. However, this natural wealth is under increasing threat. The country is facing severe environmental challenges, and the delicate balance of its ecosystems is being rapidly disrupted. Deforestation is one of the most pressing issues. Vast areas of forest, once home to diverse species of plants and animals, are being cleared for agriculture, livestock grazing, and charcoal production. This deforestation not only contributes to the loss of biodiversity, but also exacerbates soil erosion, making the land less fertile and harder to cultivate. As the forests shrink, so do the habitats for wildlife, pushing many species toward the brink of extinction. Moreover, Burundi has become a significant transit point for illegal wildlife trafficking. Poachers and traffickers smuggle animal parts through the country, adding further strain to the already fragile ecosystems. The illegal trade in animal parts, including ivory, rhino horns, and other endangered species, threatens the delicate balance of wildlife in Burundi and neighboring countries. This trade depletes animal populations, undermines conservation efforts, and fuels organized crime. Protecting Burundi's natural environment is critical not only for the preservation of its unique wildlife, but also for the future well-being of the nation. The forests and wildlife are integral to the livelihoods of many Burundians, providing food, water, and materials for building. As these ecosystems degrade, the people of Burundi face even greater challenges, as the land that sustains them becomes less reliable. If the current environmental trends continue, the future of both the wildlife and the people of Burundi is in jeopardy. Efforts to combat deforestation, protect wildlife, and promote sustainable practices are essential for the country's long-term survival, as the loss of its natural resources would exacerbate the already significant challenges it faces. The people of Burundi are inextricably linked to their environment, and preserving it is vital for their survival and prosperity. Gitega, the heart of Burundi. Gitega, the new capital of Burundi, represents both a symbolic and practical shift for the nation. Located in the central highlands, it is surrounded by picturesque hills and lush greenery, offering a serene and scenic landscape that contrasts with the bustling atmosphere of urban life in other capitals. Gitega is a relatively small city, yet it is quickly evolving. Over the past few years, there has been significant investment in infrastructure. New government buildings, roads, and businesses are springing up, reflecting the government's effort to develop the region and create a more balanced urban landscape in the country. In 2019, the Burundian government made the historic decision to move the capital from Bujumbura to Gitega. This move was driven by a desire to decentralize power and promote regional development, shifting focus away from the dominant city of Bujumbura. The goal was to stimulate growth across the country by making Gitega a center for governance and investment. Although the city still faces challenges such as limited resources, unemployment, and basic infrastructure needs, there is a palpable sense of optimism in the air. Many believe that Gitega holds the key to Burundi's future, becoming a symbol of the nation's renewal and resilience. Its role as the new capital city represents an opportunity for the country to reframe its development and create a more equitable future for all of its citizens. In this regard, Gitega is seen as a beacon of hope, signifying a new era of possibility and progress for Burundi, with the potential to attract international investment and foster local entrepreneurship. Bujumbura, the soul of Burundi. Before the capital was moved to Gitega, Bujumbura was the beating heart of Burundi, a vibrant, bustling city perched on the shores of the stunning Lake Tanganyika. With its panoramic views of the lake, Bujumbura was not just the political center of the nation, but also its cultural and economic hub. The city's vibrant streets were filled with the aromas of spices, the sounds of local markets, and a diverse blend of cultures that made it one of the most dynamic places in the country. Bujumbura had a unique energy, with its lively waterfront, where fishermen sold their daily catch, and its streets lined with colorful stalls selling food, textiles, and handcrafted goods. Despite its beauty and charm, Bujumbura also faced significant challenges. The city, like much of the country, is deeply affected by poverty, with large portions of its population struggling with unemployment and limited access to basic services. The lingering scars of past conflicts, including the effects of the Civil War, have also left a mark on the city, contributing to both social and economic difficulties. Yet, amid these struggles, the resilience of Bujumbura's people remains unwavering. The community spirit is strong, and the citizens of Bujumbura continue to demonstrate remarkable strength and perseverance in the face of adversity. Although Gitega now officially serves as the capital, Bujumbura remains the soul of Burundi, a city that holds deep historical and cultural significance. It is a place where the rich traditions of the Burundian people continue to thrive, a city of contrasts where modernity and tradition coexist. Bujumbura may no longer be the political capital, but its role in shaping the nation's identity cannot be underestimated. The city's vibrant culture, its people's resilience, and its historical importance will continue to be felt throughout the country, and it will forever remain a key part of Burundi's heart and soul. Even as Gitega takes on the mantle of governance, Bujumbura's legacy as a symbol of the nation's past and ongoing struggle for progress remains intact. Burundi is a nation of striking natural beauty, yet it has also faced unimaginable hardship. With a past shaped by colonial rule, devastating civil wars, and deep-rooted poverty, the country has endured more than most could fathom. Despite these severe challenges, the people of Burundi remain determined, continuously striving for a better future. Their resilience and unwavering spirit are what truly define the essence of this nation. To make a meaningful impact, it is essential to understand their ongoing struggles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.